how to have equation-driven text in Fusion 360. Coming up. Hey, this is Tyler Beck with Tech and Espresso. Today we're talking about an intelligent way to do your text and get it sized correctly. So you can see mine's way too big, and I want it to be intelligent, actually. I don't want to just kind of play with it until I get it right. I actually want it to size up the right way, and I even want it to be intelligent based on the font. All of these fonts, they have different ratios. So when you looked at something like Arial versus this Bell, this has a different width to height ratio. So once you pick the font you want, make sure your value is as you want it. Now we can start driving this bounding box to behave correctly. So right now I'm actually pretty dialed in as far as that's filling in the bounding box, but let's just pretend we weren't. Let's say that you had the height kind of tall. So this is way too tall for that width. We need the right ratio. So you can kind of just play with it till it starts to fit. So put in height values until you're pretty much filling the bounding box. Once you're there, this is the ratio that you want. And that's what we're going to use a parameter or an equation to drive this. A quick calculation, we should be able to get that ratio. So we want to do 10 divided by 78.574 in this case. So it's a 0.127 ratio. Now if I come in here and now use a parameter, do that multiplied by whatever that value was for your ratio, this height is now being driven as a ratio of this. And then we can get this sized or get this put in to the right width that we want. I'm going to select this line, make that horizontal. And then we get it just how we want it. So we can drive it with one width value and I don't have to fight with the height anymore. So this is one way that you can control how your text behaves. But be warned, it is very sensitive. If you change to a different font, you're going to lose some of your dimensions because this now has a different ratio. And so it's now a different width. And so this is going to be a different width and it's going to behave differently. So I'd want to redo that ratio based on this new font. As well as if you change the text value, it's sensitive to that as well. So you almost want to have your values fully locked in and your font selected before you try to do kind of this ratio. Just a heads up. So that's how to do text ratios in Fusion 360. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.